Hey everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to All About Baby Names. Today we're going to be talking about the least popular baby boy and girl names for 2018. Last week I did the most popular girl and boy names for 2018 from babycenter.com. So this is what parents were surveyed in America, and this is what they named their kids. So I'm going to leave all of the information down below. If you have not seen that last video, I kind of go more into depth of what I'm talking about. Go check out that video. I'm going to get straight to the list because we've got 10 girl names and 10 boy names. And this is also the second time I'm trying to film this. Like, it never fails. There's always something. So these names are the least popular, and I'm kind of bummed about some of these. So it either means that they have like kind of drastically dropped. They're not in the top 10. They've dropped. Maybe they used to be, and now they're down way low on the charts. So the girls, I'm going to go from number 1 to number 10, and same for the boys. So for girls, the first name is Emmerson. Now, I guess this means any Emmy-related type name. I have definitely heard this. I'm not hearing any new babies name this, but this is definitely a name that has dropped down on the list, and I think it is such a cute gender-neutral name. The next one is also gender-neutral, and that is Quinn. I love this name. I think it is so cute, short and sweet. I definitely don't see a gender-neutral like for my own liking. I like it for a little girl. So I think Quinn is a name that will stick around forever. It's just kind of going down the charts. The next name is Elena. This is definitely a name I've heard, but I haven't heard it recently. I think it was pretty popular like a few years ago, and it's kind of just working its way down. There's different ways of spelling Elena. So if you know an Elena, leave me the spelling down in the comments. The next name is a very classic name, and that is Julia. I have a best friend whose mom's name is Julia, and then my sister, who is 12 years younger than me, one of her best friends is named Julia. So it's kind of interesting how the name kind of just goes all over the board, all different ages. I think it is a classic name. Might be low on the charts, but it's gonna stick around forever. The next name I really love, and that is Jocelyn. I think this is a name that is going to be around for a really long time. I'm not surprised that it's gone down in the popularity list. I'm not hearing it quite often. I'm not exactly sure if the Lynn type of names are starting to diminish and the A ending names are becoming more popular, so that might be why. But I think Jocelyn is such a cute name. The next name is Vivian. I think this is very proper. I think of like Vivian Westwood. It just sounds like Vivian. So I don't know if it's like an old school name and it needs to be brought back, or it's just working its way down the charts, and it will be around forever. Number 7 is Delilah. I just think of the song every time I hear this name, and I start singing it, and then it gets stuck in my head. And that might be why it's working its way down the charts. It was kind of more popular, I remember like years ago, and I heard like more Delilahs, and then now I rarely ever hear one. Number 8 is the name Willow. I love this name. I had a cat named Willow, and I think this is such a cool name. It's one of those like nature names. Pink named her daughter Willow, and I'm not hearing it as quite as often, but it is a name that I definitely do hear out and about. So it must have just dropped down the charts to be on this list. Number 9 is the name Alison. This name was quite popular for girls who loved The Notebook because her name was Allie. So I know a lot of people that named their daughter Alison. I actually have a friend who recently, she has a 2-year-old now, named her daughter Alison. So I am hearing it quite often. It sounds more like a classic name. I think it's going to stick around forever. And the last one is London. I'm shocked that this one is so far down the charts. It's number 10 in the least popular. So this is a name that I've heard. It's kind of one of those edgy type names to name your daughter. So I think that's kind of wearing off. But I think people are going to name their children London for a really long time. On to the boy names. So the first one is Weston. Now, I really like this name. I think of it more as like a middle name. I don't know why. I just think of it as a middle name. But West could be the nickname. And I really don't see why it's going down the charts, but it ends the same way that all of them do. It seems like all the boy names like end in N. So kind of interesting. The second one is Declan. I love this name. I don't know why it's on this chart. I don't understand. I love this name. It's Irish. It is a little bit different. Probably just for people in America, it's a little bit different, but I think Declan's a really cool name. One of those other really cool names, and I don't know why it's on this list, is Xander. But I don't know if it's because it's spelled with an X, so maybe people think they're confusing their child. I would love to spell Xander with a Z and just make it simple. I know it's probably not the proper way to spell it, but yes, Xander is number 3. People just don't like it anymore. The 4th one is Jason. Now, this is a name that has been on top charts forever and ever, and it's just working its way down. People maybe don't want something so classic anymore, and I definitely see this as like people would use this as a middle name, maybe if it's their grandfather or their dad or something. But yes, I don't hear very many Jasons for little babies anymore. The 5th one is Theodore, as Theodore. So I know this website does like Theo might be lumped in with Theodore, but I hear Theos all over. I have a nephew named Theo, but I think the whole name Theodore, it's just maybe too proper, or they think of the chipmunk. But I mean, I think it's a really cool name, and you go by Theo probably anyways, even if your name was Theodore. The next one is Micah. Now, this is a very gender neutral name. I evenly know like boys and girls named Micah. And it's spelled so many different ways. If you know a Micah, leave me the spelling and their gender, because I think this is really cool. Yes, it's on the least popular name chart, but it's going to be around forever. This name will always be around forever, and it is such a gender neutral name. Number 7 is Jonathan. I'm really surprised. So I guess there's less Johns out there. There's more Jacks and less Johns. So the name Jonathan. So I think it's anything that goes along with that. So Jonathan. I think that's really interesting. I'm kind of shocked that it's down so far, because it is such a classic name. So I think people are trying to go a little bit more out of the box, and Jonathan's just too normal, I guess. Number 8 is the name Rowan. Now, this is a gender neutral name. I just see it as a boy name, probably because I personally know a Rowan who is a boy. I definitely think this is a name that used to be really popular, and it's just kind of faded out with the whole Aiden, Jaden, Caden, all those names. So Rowan is definitely around, just not as often. And number 9 is Austin. I'm kind of surprised. This is a name that I definitely heard a lot of. When I was growing up, there was lots of Austins, and yeah, I guess it's just moving its way down. And the last name is Evan. Once again, this was a very popular name. I should have researched like how popular in like the 90s, because I swear there was so many Evans when I was growing up. You always knew an Evan. You always had a friend that was an Evan. And I definitely have heard this recently, but not as often. So it is down on the charts, but it is still a really good name. So there you guys go. That's 10 boy names, 10 girl names that are the least popular. Now, once again, I will leave all of the like articles and all that kind of stuff, links down below. So make sure go check that out if you want to know where I'm getting all this information. And like I said, there were so many names I couldn't go into actual numbers, but yeah, there's probably some good stats that go along with these names. I hope you enjoy these baby name videos. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to go check out all my other videos. Give me suggestions for baby name videos that you are interested in finding out about. Yes, just give me all those suggestions down below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.